back to Ask Nikki P, and I'm going to jump right in. Hi Nikki, I am 21 and I have been dating my boyfriend for a year and a half now. Everything is great, but I feel like my jealousy is becoming a problem. My boyfriend is super social and he's the kind of person who everybody likes, which means he has an endless number of girls as well as ex-girlfriends who keep hitting on him, and sometimes all the attention he gets seems to become too much to bear. He is very polite with these girls, but always clears up the situation, telling them he is in love with me. Do you think he should be a bit more decisive with them? How can I cope with all this? It really hurts, and we've had many fights because of these people. Thank you. All right. So, interesting thing. There's two kind of thoughts that I have to this. The first one is to really honestly ask yourself if you have any reason to be jealous. Because that's something you really want to get clear in your head. Is like, if you go over this and you start to realize like, well, dude, it is kind of weird. Like, he spends a lot of time talking to these girls. I would say for the most part, it is a little weird if like a guy in a committed relationship has like scads of like girlfriends and is just hanging out with them and talking all the time. I would definitely be jealous too. Like, I'm not a jealous person. There's not really any jealousy in our relationship, but it's also kind of because we don't really have anything to be jealous about, if that makes sense. Like, he's never off hanging out with other girls, and honestly, even if he was, I wouldn't imagine it would be scads of them. You know what I mean? Like, if he had, it's just not the situation we're in, and I'm not really out running around with other guys either. So the question is, do you have anything to be jealous about? This would be a good thing to discuss if you've thought about it and you're like, you know what? I kind of don't like that. Like, that's just not really what I want. Then I don't think there's anything wrong talking to him about it and saying like, hey, I don't really like it when you hang out with all these girls all the time. As I spit on myself. I find it like kind of strange that you want to be around all these girls when I'm here. Like, I want to be with you. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, if your answer is, after thinking about it, no, that you don't have anything to be jealous about, then that is something that you are going to really need to work on in yourself, because jealousy is not a good thing and it creates problems sometimes that don't exist, and that is a hard place to be in when a problem is being created out of thin air. But this is definitely something that you guys are going to have to communicate about and be open about and be flexible about, and you're going to want to confront these issues head on now because you're not married. And I think sometimes people think that like, you know, oh, we don't have to confront these issues now, like I don't want to scare him off or something like that. But the thing is, you're going to have these issues, like, even if you think, oh, I don't want to scare him off now, or oh, I don't want to create problems. Like, okay, let's say you're approaching it from that standpoint. I don't want to create problems. You're going to end up creating problems when you're married, because that way that you feel is probably like, it's going to come up at some point. So I think it's good to confront issues kind of head on when you're dating and see if they're tackleable. That's not a word. But if they're, what's the word? Overcomeable? If they're defeatable? I can't think of the word. If they're an issue that you're able to overcome, it's good to find that out now. So I don't really have a distinct answer because I don't know the whole situation or what it's like, but I guess the bottom line is communicate, and do not feel weird to communicate, because it's really important to communicate, because the person that you're with is supposed to be your best friend. And if you think about that in terms of a girl, which I know a lot of us are used to, you think, oh, I tell my best friend everything. And that's when you get married how it should be. You should be able to tell them everything. So communicate and see what happens. It's like, it's either going to blow up and you guys are going to end, and then it's like, all right, I guess he wasn't who I was supposed to be with, or you'll work through this issue and you'll be like, wow, I'm freaking really glad I said something because I feel way better now. So yes, and everybody else, let me know in the comment section like your thoughts, and if you've ever dealt with this issue, or you have friends that have dealt with this issue, or just opinions on it in general. So yes, good luck with that. Now, the Twitter question says, what are you the most excited for during Christmas time? Christmas lights. That is a very easy one for me, because I don't know why everything feels so magical with Christmas lights. Like we have an area in our town called Candy Cane Lane, and I love going there. It's my favorite thing. Everything feels like magic when I'm there, and yeah, that's my answer. So send your messages to asknikkip@gmail.com or hashtag asknikkip, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.